For 32, we have a cylinder that has two hemispheres. So we can piece this up a couple different ways. We could do hemisphere plus cylinder plus hemisphere. But since both hemispheres have the same radius, I'm just going to say that we're doing one sphere plus a cylinder. So for a sphere, we'll do 4/3 pi r cubed, and for the cylinder, we'll do pi r squared times the height. We know that the radius is going to be 6, so if we plug that into our sphere formula, we get 4/3 pi times 216. 216 times 4/3 is going to give us 288 pi, so that's the volume for the sphere. For the cylinder, we have the radius of 6, so now we have 36 pi times the height. The height is 12. So if we do 36 times 12, we get 432 pi. This is the cylinder. Then we just need to add those together. Since they both have pi, we can just add them and get 720, I'll write it over here, pi cubic inches. For number 33, we have a snow cone, and that is made up of a hemisphere and a cone. So our cone is going to be 1/3, because it comes to a point, 1/3 pi r squared times the height. The radius they tell us is 3, so 3 times 3 is 9. So 1/3 pi times 9 times the height, which they give us as 5. I know that this 5 looks like the slant height, but it is associated with the dotted line. So then if we do 9 times 5 divided by 3, we get 15 pi for the cone. For the sphere, we will use hemisphere, excuse me. We will use 4/3 pi r cubed, and at the end we will need to take half. So the radius is 3, so we can get 27 4/3 pi times 27 times a half. So 27 times 4/3 will give us 36, but then we need to take half of that. So we get 18 pi. These are both going to be cubic inches. And now we just need to add those together, and we end up getting 33 pi inches cubed. Number 34. So Jasmine has cast a plaster cube that is 12 centimeters. If it's a cube, then we know that this is 12, the height is 12. And basically what she's trying to do is carve the biggest sphere possible out of it, so that she has like a cube with a sphere missing. In order for it to be the biggest sphere possible, it needs to have a radius that goes along the whole thing. So, a diameter that goes across the whole thing. So the diameter of this sphere will be 12 as well. So what I'm going to do is find the volume of the cube and subtract out the volume of the sphere. So the volume of the cube will be length times width times height. So 12 cubed, which is 1728, and this is centimeters cubed. And then I'm going to do the volume for the sphere, which is 4/3 pi r cubed. The radius, since the diameter is 12, the radius will be 6. So 6 cubed is 216. If we multiply that by 4/3, we get 288 pi. So now we need to subtract. I want you to leave pi in your answer so that it's exact. So in order to answer this question, your answer should be 1,728 minus 288 pi. This is exact. I cannot combine these because pi is a number. That would be like saying 1,728 minus 288x if we substituted x in for pi. And that's going to be cubic centimeters. So this should be your final answer. Sorry, the cube should be visible.